The digital startup was launched in 2013 by Carlos Watson and Samir Rao. It described itself as having a sizable audience and reach, producing videos, newsletters, and events, raising millions. But in recent weeks, the question came, and then some more. One media analyst, Colby Hall at Mediaite, put it this way: calling Ozy Media a dumpster fire is an insult to dumpsters and fires. And every day, that fire kept growing. People within and outside the company running for the exit. Its chairman and initial investor, Mark Lazary, stepped down. SV Angel, a key investor, reportedly gave up its shares. And Katty Kay, a well-known BBC host anchor who joined Ozy this summer, resigned. And advertisers bailed fast. Ally Financial just today saying it's pausing its business with Ozy Media hours before the company closed for good. All of this after the New York Times reported one of many bombshell claims. The first, a case of impersonation. The Times says the company's co-founder pretended to be someone from YouTube, playing up to potential investors about how successful Ozy Media was on the platform. Quoting here, the company's chief operating officer impersonated a YouTube executive on a call with Goldman Sachs while attempting to raise money from the investment bank, a potential case of securities fraud. According to the New York Times, Watson apologized to Goldman Sachs, said his colleague was having a mental breakdown. Then there are the allegations of deception. Brad Bessie, a former executive producer of The Carlos Watson Show, tells the Times that Watson himself told him the show would eventually air on A&E. That never happened. Toward the end of July, Mr. Bessie got in touch with the A&E executive to confirm that the channel would broadcast The Carlos Watson Show. That's when he learned it wouldn't appear on A&E. Carlos Watson on Twitter called the Times reporting a hit job. But there's more. And this time, there's video. In a 2019 interview, Watson told CNBC that Sharon Osbourne was an investor in the company. Look.
Fun fact, our friend Ozy and Sharon sued us briefly.
Did they?
And then we decided to be friends, and now they're investors in Ozy.
Investors, is that right? That's not true either. According to Sharon Osbourne, she tells CNBC it's all a lie. Our Brian Schwartz is here. He's the one who spoke with Sharon Osbourne and broke that story. The accusations and the lies just piling up, it all just crumbled.
It did. It all crumbled today after really a crazy week of news involving Ozy Media and Carlos Watson. And really, this has been going on with these stories. One of them, as you mentioned, we kind of figured out by just going back to look at the tape. And then, of course, the New York Times mentioning a bunch of other really kind of blatant lies here involving Ozy Media and their CEO, Carlos Watson, among other executives, really, when you think about it.
Could these media executives be in bigger trouble?
Well, I think they could. You know, after we wrote the story, I reached out to 2 or 3 lawyers who really specialize in the Securities and Exchange Commission, kind of dealing with them and for their clients. And they basically told me this could be a big problem, not just what he said about Sharon Osbourne, Ozy Osbourne, but that being one piece, as we're hinting at here, of a larger problem of potential fraud. And that agency will just look at that and say, basically, from what I was told by these experts, okay, we're at least going to look into this. I mean, there might not be a crime here, but it could start some form of investigation going down the road if it hasn't started already, which I would be surprised about.
The digging continues.
Yes, indeed.